Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, then thank you so much for coming back, and if you haven't been here before, then welcome to my channel. So today's video, I just thought I would do a real quick little rambly chat. I've got hair in my face, but I just wanted this to be super chill, and I just wanted to discuss, like, I don't know, like my intentions for the new year, you know, like a little new year video, kind of reflecting on the last year, reflecting on 2020. It was a bit of a odd one, obviously, for obvious reasons, and kind of like talking about my goals and setting my intentions for 2021. I didn't do this last year, but I'm not gonna lie, my goals haven't changed too much because I haven't been able to achieve what I had dreamed to achieve in 2020, if that makes sense. I feel like 2020 was a bit of a year where, more than anything, for me personally, obviously in the world it was pure chaos, but on a personal level for me, it kind of just felt like my life was on pause, if that makes sense. Like, I can't lie, it hasn't been the best, and I went into 2020 like, I've got 2020 vision, it's gonna be my year, and it hasn't been the best, but honestly, I'm still so thankful that I've been in the position I've been in. Like, I've been in a blessed situation. I can't, like, okay, it hasn't been the best, I didn't have a job for a bit, and you know, there has been lows, but also I've got a roof over my head. There's things that, you know, other people don't have that I can't complain, you know. So yeah, let's reflect on 2020 first and get into the video, and then I'll talk about my goals for 2021. So I've got little notes on my phone just so I kind of say like the main things I wanted to say. So yeah, 2020 started on a really like high for me. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like 2019 was amazing. I graduated. I felt like I'd done a couple of internships, and I was like, guys, I'm gonna get my dream job in 2020. Like, I'm gonna pass my driver's license. I was so close, like so many things like that, and those things didn't happen for me for obvious reasons. Like, coronavirus literally put everything on pause for me. Like, my driving lessons stopped, loads of people became unemployed, and the jobs just stopped being put out there, so there was nothing for me to even apply for. But when I started 2020, I started January with a new internship, which was amazing, and I'm so thankful that I had the opportunity to do that. I learned a lot of when I was there, and yeah, I'm really grateful to have had that opportunity. I'd never done an internship like it, so it was a really great opportunity for me, and to see how things work. And yeah, I feel like I learned a lot, and I feel like now if I went into a similar role, like, I would be much more prepared and like better prepared, just better, like, I would know what I was doing going into it, if that makes sense. So it was really valuable experience for me, and I'm so lucky that I had the opportunity. So that was great, but that finished when we went into lockdown. Like, well, not just when we went to lockdown, but I finished that whilst we were in lockdown. So obviously, once we went into lockdown, it was really difficult to get a job, like even at the supermarkets, because whilst we first went into lockdown, when the jobs started coming up at the supermarkets and things like that, I was still doing my internship. So by the time I finished, which was like April time, I literally just couldn't get a job. So I was really thankful to have time off, because I felt like the last few years of my life had been so non-stop, like so crazy. Like, uni was a madness, because like uni was so full on my degree I did, and then obviously I had to come home in the summer and work, and at Easter and Christmas, and it felt like I hadn't really had a proper break. So for the last few years, so I was so grateful for the break of lockdown, but obviously, like, it was difficult to know that I didn't have a job, if that makes sense. So when we came out of lockdown, I actually got a job at, this is like a life update more than the year review, but anyways, we'll merge it into one. So yeah, when I got out of lockdown, I managed to get a job at my local pub, which I was really grateful for, and from then onwards I was able to kind of do that part-time whilst doing freelance work which again, I'm so thankful that I was able to do that and get back into that whilst coronavirus was still happening, like when things will open up, obviously. So yeah, I'm so thankful for that. And one thing I want to say about 2020 that I'm really grateful for is the time it gave me. Like, it allowed me to enjoy things again, like to enjoy my creative hobbies and to enjoy the things I do creatively for work, because you have the time to do things and actually remember why you love them. So like even things like YouTube, I'd stopped doing YouTube, I started doing this again, just as a fun hobby. But I had time to do it so that it wasn't a chore. And I am really grateful for that because it's something I love doing. So in a way, like obviously there was blessings of 2020, and you know, like I'm in a fortunate position because I'm still living at home. So I didn't have to worry about the fact that I had no job and was going to be evicted. So like I can't even imagine the stress that some people have been through this year. So yeah, honestly, like it was tough in some parts, don't get me wrong, but also I have been blessed at the same time. So yeah, but I do just feel like not defeated, because I definitely don't. Like, I'm excited to go into the new year and grab new opportunities, but I definitely just was kind of like disappointed that I hadn't been able to get done what I wanted to in 2020. But also I'm like, it's only a year, like you can do this next year, or whenever the virus is under control and people's lives are not at risk anymore. Do you know what I mean? The bigger picture, Jodes. So yeah, I'm excited for 2021. Hopefully things will somewhat start to go back to normal. I have really enjoyed the time at home though, just working on my own projects. It's been nice, but I do really want a grad job, like a job that I still have my job at the pub now. I'm actually furloughed, and I was doing freelance work before and things like that, but I would really like to be doing something creative full time. So hopefully 2021 will bring me some opportunities like that, but you know, it's a process and everything's not a race. We just got to remember that. It's so easy, especially like being on social media all the time in lockdown, to see, oh my gosh, this person's only 20 and they've got their own business, blah blah blah. But that's incredible for them, like so incredible, but it's not a race. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll get there in the end, and it's all about enjoying the journey, like enjoying the ride, not just the goal post, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've kind of like learned to come to terms with that. So I guess that is a good thing and like a good lesson, because I think going into 2020 I was very much about let's get this done, but now I'm like, I want to get it done, but also I want to enjoy myself. So I think that's important too. So enough about 2020, let's move on to 2021 goals. Okay, so there's a few goals, and like I said, they're mostly the same as my 2020 goals because a lot of them weren't accomplished, but nevertheless, they're still my goals and we're still gonna get there. So the first one is career. So I've already mentioned this, kind of rambling, I've kind of merged them into two, but yeah, I want to focus on kind of getting a grad job. Maybe it won't be my dream job straight away, but you know, doing something creative full-time would be incredible. So yeah, definitely want to do something like that. But also, whilst working at the pub, I have also remembered that I love working around people. So I'm not saying I wouldn't want to work from home, because I definitely am someone that can focus at home, but I do love being around people also, and obviously COVID does change that, but that's something to think about, I guess. And then the next thing to do with my career is like expand on freelance opportunities I've had. Like I said, I am genuinely so grateful for the opportunities I've had, and I'd love to like keep building upon that. It's very easy to think, oh no, that's not possible, but like it is possible. You can do it. Like, it's gonna be hard, but you can do it. So keeping that mindset going. And then the next thing is taking free time for myself to continue from habits I've learned in lockdown. So like I said, before 2020 and lockdown situations, I was forgetting to take self-care for myself, to take evenings out. It was just a busy one, you know, like I was not even able to focus fully on some things I was doing because I was just so tired, and actually needing to remember that if you take a break and let yourself refresh and renew, you actually can do the work better. So that is definitely something that I definitely want to continue. So taking time out for myself. And then this also kind of links to that. I have to actually put this as a point, but I do definitely want to link it, is taking care of my health. And obviously taking care of for yourself involves your mental health, but not just that, my general health, like my body health. Like my body gets very affected by like how I'm feeling. Like if I get stressed, my body sees the consequences. Like I get bad skin, like I get ulcers, like I get so many problems just from stress alone, and there's also other problems. But anyways, not to dwell on that too much, but I want to take care of my body and my health this year. One thing I'd love to do is sort my skin out. Like I would love, the dream is to have clear skin. I swear to God, I've had skin problems for like, I don't even know how long now. It's over 5 years. So we need to just cut that out, switch that out. It's about time I go to a dermatologist. But I always put it off because I'm like, oh no, in the grand scheme of things, my skin is not as important as half the reasons people go to doctors. But like, it is a struggle. Like I need to maybe take it more seriously because it does affect me. Like it does affect how I feel, like my skin and stuff. So I think, why not take it seriously? Why not go to the doctors and be like, no, I want something to be done about this because other people do it. Why don't I do it? Okay. That was off on a tangent, classic me. The next thing is a big one for me, and I actually accomplished half of this goal in 2020, which I'm so pleased about. So, pass my driving test. Okay, I know I'm 22, yeah, I know people pass their driving test when they're 17, but you know what, this is a big thing for me, okay? I genuinely didn't want to learn to drive. Like, I was so scared about it. It was genuinely one of my fears. So the fact that I've even passed my theory this year in 2020, the year when things were hard to accomplish, I'm proud of myself. And in 2021, I want to pass my driving test. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, purely because my lesson's going to go ahead again. Right now we're in tier 4. But we'll see if I can. That is the ultimate goal. Like, I want to pass my driving test. It will give me so much freedom, and just like, I'll be so proud that I've actually done that. Like, that was something I was really scared of. Like, I was more scared to learn to drive than I was to go to uni. Like, everyone was really nervous. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people I know were really nervous to go to uni, and I wasn't at all. Like, I was like, it's fine, it's going to be cool. Like, I can't wait. Whereas learning to drive was like, oh my God, I literally cannot do that. So if I pass my driving test, I'll be so proud. So I do really, really, really want to do that this year, especially because I wanted to do it last year, really. So fingers crossed for me. The next thing is, oh, I did actually sort my skin out on this list. So technically we didn't go off on a tangent. We just said it a bit earlier. Okay, so they are my main goals. The next ones are kind of more like, there are my goals, but like, they're a little more first world probably. Okay, so the next one is stick to my plans and get stuff done. Okay, so I am a planner. I do love plans, but when I don't stick to my plans, stuff doesn't get done. So I think this is just a general one for my life, but we've got to stick to the plan and get stuff done, guys. Okay, the next one is be more experimental with food. Okay, I definitely do need to do this, and this is something I've been trying to do probably since I started uni, because I went to uni with such bland taste buds. Like, when I tell you guys, all I would eat is just plain pasta. Like, my friends will be able to like legitimize that for you. Yeah, and even like, it's not even because of like necessarily everything I eat at home. Like, my parents would have like, say they would have a Chinese takeaway, I would be like, no, I'm not having that. Like, I literally was just so unadventurous with my food, like insanely fussy before I went to uni. Like, I would never even try new food. I was just like, I'm not going to try that. So going to uni broadened my horizons, as you would like to call it, I don't know. But yeah, it broadened my horizons, broadened my taste buds, and I did try new things, and I actually found a lot of things I liked. So my goal from after uni is to continue broadening my taste buds, but also being more adventurous with my actual cooking, because I found these things I like, but then I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered to make that. And I just need to be a bit more like, you know, I need to put a bit more energy and a bit more effort into my cooking, because I eat so I'm not hungry when I actually cook food. Because, okay, that's technically a lie, because I snack as well when I'm not hungry, because I fancy the snack. but for my actual meals I just eat because I'm not hungry, whereas I should eat to enjoy the food. So I want to like actual put in my energy and love and enjoyment into the food and cooking and learning new cooking skills, and then really appreciating the food I eat. And that also goes for like looking after my body as well. I actually did an intolerance test this year, and honestly I don't know a food that I'm not intolerant to. I might do a video on it if anyone's interested, but oh my gosh guys, there was like 3 pages of foods I was intolerant to, like highly intolerant to, it said. I actually do have tummy problems based on things I eat, and it's been an issue for me for the last 3 years. I have really sensitive tummy. So based on this intolerance test, I've given up a lot of things, and not fully but partly. So things like I only eat gluten-free pasta now, kind of things like that. So I've had to cut out a lot of things, and it has helped my tummy, but I'm not very strict on it. So I want to be a little bit more time invested in my food and looking after myself in 2021. Okay, so what's next? Oh, okay. The next one is continue a type of exercise. Okay, so 2020 allowed me to kind of get involved a little bit more in exercise. Not completely, but I started couch to 5k with my mum, and I started doing a few bits at home and also going for more walks. Obviously because I had more time on my hands, but I was really pleased about this because when I was in college, I used to be on it. I used to do my exercises every single night after college, and I was on it, do you know what I mean? And then it kind of just slowly went off, and at uni I went a few times to the gym, but not very much, honestly. And I was grateful to get back into that into lockdown. So I want to kind of continue pursuing that into 2021. So just, even if they're not like hardcore runs, but I do want to get to my 5k couch potato goal. So like be able to run a 5k, even if it's not very fast, and just continue that. And kind of linked to the exercise thing is I want to try yoga. So it's meant to be really good for a lot of things, for like anxiety, for IBS, for loads of things. And so yeah, I want to try yoga. Like there's apparently so many benefits to it. I tried it once at a class, and honestly I just wanted to laugh. I was like, this is so awkward, everyone is so quiet and I cannot do this. Like, so I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for me at first, but we're gonna get there. I'm gonna try it. I also tried it at home one day when I was like not in such a pressured environment, when I felt awkward and just wanted to laugh. And honestly I was just so unflexible. I was like, how do people do this? I'm doing a beginner's yogas class and I can't do anything. So I think I need to like sort out my flexibility a bit, you know, like train every day a bit of myself to get more flexible, so that gradually I kind of ease myself into it. So that is a goal, get into yoga, but we'll see how that one goes, because honestly the experience so far hasn't been great, but I've heard great things, and I believe that if you dream you can achieve. Anyways, the final thing on my 2020 goal list, which is a bit of a materialistic one, is to hopefully go on holiday. This sounds weird, but I was lucky enough actually in 2020 to go to Cornwall with my parents, which was so nice. Cornwall is such a special place to me. So that was really nice to get away in England. But obviously we didn't go abroad on holiday. Most people didn't get to. I know some people did, but most people in England didn't get to go away for holiday for 2020. But my goal for 2020 was to go on a holiday, because the last holiday I went on was before 2016, I think. So it was when I was in my first year of uni, and in our in May break, I think it was, something like that, I went to Amsterdam with a couple of my friends, which was so nice. So we went there for a few days. But that was the last time I went on holiday. And honestly, I just want to go on holiday. I want to go abroad somewhere. I don't even care if it's that fancy. Even if I just go somewhere for a couple days, like I just want to go abroad. And I'm not like fully like, it doesn't have to be a sun holiday. I just want to, you know, like go somewhere, like I don't know. I'm not saying like, oh poor me, I haven't been on holiday. Like I've had a great life, like I've experienced lots of fun things in the last few years. I am not complaining. I've been to like great places around England, and I've done some really fun things, but I do really want to go abroad. So who knows if that will be able to happen with coronavirus and everything like that, because I can't afford to pay for a holiday that's not gonna happen, like just in case. But I would love to go abroad somewhere, maybe visit my brother, because he doesn't live in England, so he's here at the moment with me, but for Christmas. But yeah, maybe get to go see him or something like that. So that would definitely be like great if that was possible. So yeah, that's, I guess, my goals for 2021. So in summary, I want to learn to drive. Well, I am learning to drive. I want to pass my test. I want to go on holiday. I want to eat the right foods and be kind to my body. And I want to get a good job. So I feel like they're quite monumental things in a life, but they don't sound like a lot of things, but they're quite monumental things that you would want. Like, I don't know. So I guess I'm just at that age, you know, like 22 is such a weird age because there's so many people that are at like different stages of their lives. But anyways, we move. Thank you 2020. You've been an all right one. We've learned a lot of lessons. Let's move on to 2021. I hope everyone has had an okay year, and I'm wishing you all blessings for 2021 and good vibes. Good vibes always. My top literally says happy days on it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. It was a bit of a ramble, but you know, I love to ramble, so. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. But also that sounded like a beg comment, so please just subscribe. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in another video. Bye!